They say a father's love is a quiet force. For David, it was his entire world. 35 years ago, David was left with a 2-year-old son, Sam, and a heart full of promises. He became both mother and father. He worked double shifts, skipped meals, and wore the same tattered coat for a decadol, so Sam could have the best education. Years pass. Sam grew up, found a high-paying corporate job, and married a woman named Amber. David moved in with them, thinking his sunset years would be filled with laughter, but the warmth was replaced by a chilling frost. It started with small remarks. Then, "Dad, you're in the way." Finally, Amber told him, "I'm not your maid, David. Cook your own meals." David looked at his son, hoping for a word of defense, but Sam looked away. In that silence, a father's heart broke. A single tear fell unnoticed by the son, but recorded by the universe. Life has a way of sending warnings. Sam had a minor accident, then a financial loss, but his temper only grew shorter. He spoke to his wife with honey on his tongue, but to his father, his words were like shards of glass. The final blow came when Amber's family visited. "We need the guest room. David, maybe you could find a friend's couch for a few weeks." David didn't argue. He packed his small bag. "I'll go," he whispered. "I never want to be a burden." "But Sam, can I hug you?" He held his son tight, weeping into his shoulder. Sam stood there like a statue of salt cold, dry, and indifferent. 5 years went by. Every afternoon, an old man would stand outside a primary school gate, watching a young boy play from behind a tree. It was David, watching the grandson he wasn't allowed to know. He lived in a tiny studio, surviving on a meager pension and memories. One day, a neighbor found him. "David, you don't know. Amber is in a facility. And Sam is in the final stages of cancer." David rushed to the house. The once grand home smelled of neglect. In a darkened room lay a skeleton of a man. It was Sam! "Dad," Sam gasped, his voice a ghost. "Is there any mercy for a son like me? The guilt is choking me. Please, can you forgive me?" David sat on the bed and took his son's frail hand. "I never held a grudge. Son, I am your father. I have always loved you." Sam looked up with pleading eyes. "Dad, remember how you used to cook for me? Could I have one last meal? From your hands." David went to the kitchen, his old hands shaking as he prepared a simple soup. He fed his son, just like he did 30 years ago. Suddenly, Sam began to cough. His breathing slowed. David began to pray, whispering words of peace. With one final, shaky breath, Sam's soul departed. David closed his son's eyes and prepared to carry the heaviest weight. In the hustle of modern life, we often treat our parents like old furniture, useful until they're in the way. Don't wait for a tragedy to realize that heaven lies at the feet of your parents, because once they are gone, no amount of success or money can fill the silence they leave behind.